Hi there traders, and welcome to the latest video blog. It's been a while since we last spoke, so hope it finds you well and trading has been good in light of the slightly tricky markets that we've seen over the last 4 weeks. Today what we're going to concentrate on is purely due to demand from you guys. I get asked quite often is what resources do I use, and what resources did I use as a new trader to help me along the way. Now I'm going to concentrate on the free resources that are readily available to all new traders and concentrate on the 5 resources that I believe that you should have in your toolkit to help you become the best possible trader you can become. Do I use some additional resources? Yes, I do, but these are paid services. So I'd rather concentrate on the free options for you as a new trader, because you want to keep your overheads as low as possible. The paid services that I have are more nice to haves. If you are interested in those, then drop me a note and I can obviously give you more information on those. But initially, let's stick with the free resources that are readily available to you and that you can use literally from this weekend onwards. So first and foremost is the charting platform. I get asked all the time, what charting platform do you use? What's your preference? What's your favorite? Etc. etc. And I think as a new trader, there's no necessity to have one of these paid charting platforms. So for me, the best platform for a new trader and a more experienced trader is MT4. Most brokers will provide MT4 in their offering. In regards to selecting your broker, I'm not keen on recommending or suggesting a broker, because this is something you should do your own due diligence on. However, I have done a previous video, I believe it was on the 17th of January, called Key Risk Management Principles, where I go into a little bit more detail in regards to some of the things you need to ask yourself when choosing a broker. But most reputable brokers will offer the MT4 charting platform, as you're seeing on the screen here, and it's a great platform. It's really easy to use. You can trade off the charts. There's lots of tools within the platform that can assist you with placing your trades in regards to horizontal levels, Fibonacci, etc. etc. Now there's loads of videos on YouTube that you can watch that will give you a bit of a familiarization in regards to using the MT4 platform. I'm not going to go into detail on that today. I just want to concentrate on the free resources. So MT4 as a charting platform is excellent. I personally use it, but I do have some other platforms because I spread my risk across a number of different platforms. But MT4 for me is very solid, very stable. And more importantly, very easy to use, and you can trade off the charts, which is a great thing to be able to do. And everything is very visual as well, so you can see your entry price, you can see your stop loss price, and you can see your target price. So MT4 is a platform I used a lot as a new trader. I still use it to this day. That's the reason why it's such a strong platform, and it's ever improving as well. So that's my first free resource that I would suggest as a new trader in regards to the charting platform that you use to do your analysis and place your trades. Second resource that I would suggest is an online resource called Forex Factory, and this is your economic calendar. So it's forexfactory.com, and this is something that I use heavily. I use it heavily in regards to helping me plan my trades or plan my trading week. So as we see here, we've got the week ahead. Every single weekend I refer to this calendar. I want to know what's coming out for the week ahead, what economic news is coming out for the week ahead, what currency pairs it's likely to affect, and more importantly, the knock-on impact it's likely to have on the market. So I can start to plan my trades out. Now, it's just a rough planning in regards to planning out in my head what I think potentially could be a decent opportunity for the week ahead. Or on the flip side of that, is there any news coming out which really could become or create the markets to be very unpredictable, and I can actually use the calendar to know when to stay out of the market. So there's a big event this week on Wednesday. It's the FOMC, it's the Fed statement on Wednesday evening, 7 p.m. UK time. So as we see it, it's just here, FOMC statement. Now, I'm probably going to stay out of the market leading into that event. Why is that? Well, it's such a big event which is likely to impact the dollar. The dollar is the king of the currencies in the FX markets and will have a broad-based impact across many, many currency pairs. So rather than me trying to trade before that, what I want to see is the outcome of that statement. Is it going to lead to dollar strength or dollar weakness? And then off the back of that, and it's going to be highly volatile, off the back of that, I will then look to plan my trades. So this calendar is brilliant in terms of two things. One, it can help me plan trades, or secondly, it can advise me and guide me as to when to stay out of the market, depending on what news announcements are coming out and their likely effect on the market. So it's a great planning tool and also a protector of capital, advising and guiding you when to stay out of the market. What's also useful is it also gives you previous figures, so what the economic figure was last month. We also have a figure just here, an expected figure, and then this column here is the actual. So if I go back up to the top, we can see those. So you have a previous, what happened last time, a forecast, which is based on the analysts, what they predict, and then an actual. So you get to have a look at all three of those. This little folder here is also useful in regards to giving you a bit of a historical viewpoint as to what has happened previously. So if I open that, it will show me that for the GDP in the UK, the last few months, January, October, July, April, etc., it's giving me the last few quarters information so I can have a look to see if there's any kind of theme or trend to help support a potential trade I'm considering. What's also really, really nice about this folder is it gives you some related stories. So it gives you a bit of information, a bit more meat on the bone in regards to what the prelim GDP is likely to do to the currency markets, more specifically any currency pairs that the pound is involved in. So it can give you some additional information on top of that. So a really, really useful free guide that you can use every single week to help you plan those high probability trades, or more importantly, know when to stay out of the market. So that's forexfactory.com, and that's your calendar. A point to note on this calendar is you need to make sure that you're setting your time zone to your local time zone. So the time zone on the calendar needs to match the time zone on your clock or wherever you are. The best way to do that is just click on it and it will bring up the following box, and then all you need to do is find the time zone that you are in. I'm currently in London, so I've got it set to London, and we're currently in daylight savings, so that is switched to on. Once you save it, it will then reset the clock on your computer to the clock on the calendar. Once that's all set up, you're ready to go. Use that as a really powerful tool to help you with the trading. So that's your second free resource. The third free resource that I use a lot on a daily basis to help me with my trading, to give me a bit more information around these news announcements. Now it's forexlive.com. So we had forexfactory.com before, the calendar there. Now I'm looking at Forex Live, completely different website. And this is a great website because it's a news feed giving me lots of information as to things like how did the news impact the markets, or what are the expectations of a news announcement coming out. So it's run by a number of very talented analysts, and they're constantly giving their viewpoints in regards to the economic outlook for the market, and also what's moving the market in the here and the now. So you can get lots and lots of information. So if you're looking at your technical charts and you're a little bit confused as to why a market has moved the way it has, quickly jump onto forexlive.com and you'll get a full explanation as to why the market moved the way it did. So it's giving lots of information on the current situation with Greece and the Eurozone. So that's always interesting to get a bit more of an understanding on, a bit more clarity. Another element that I really, really like about this is, I think I've mentioned it in previous videos, is I like to find a confluence of factors to support a trade that I'm taking. One of those factors, if I'm buying or selling, I like to know that there's lots of bank orders or institutional level orders at the area that I'm looking to trade. So as you'll see in this news feed, you get those orders on the news feed. So as we see here, dollar yen orders 24th of April. So if I click on that, it will take me through to the page where it gives me further information on where all the big sell and buy orders are. So when you see something that says offers, those are large sell orders. So there's large sell orders at all of these key levels. When you see the word bids, that's large buy orders at these key levels as well. So you'll notice that it's giving you a number of levels. These are bank, institutional level orders where there's lots of buy or sell orders. Offers are sell orders, bids are buy orders. Now, I'm not saying blindly trade off these orders, absolutely not. But if you can tie them in with your overall analysis, so if you found a nice horizontal level at 120, it's also a Fibonacci retracement in that area, then you're building a nice confluence of factors in being supported by the knowledge that there are institutional orders at the level that you're considering a trade on. So as well as it giving you lots of information as to why the market's moving the way it is, in regards to a more detailed explanation of the news announcements, it's also giving you some very powerful order levels for all of the major currency pairs. It won't give you order levels for every single currency pair, but for the majors it will do. So that's a very, very interesting element of that particular free resource. So forexlive.com is something that I'm checking throughout the day. If I'm a little bit confused as to why euros just shot up 60 pips or pounds dropped 50 pips, I'm scratching my head going, why has that happened? I can pop onto Forex Live and get a bit of an analyst view in regards to why that has just happened. So really, really useful resource. The next free resource, which is really, really good for a new trader, is on the risk management side. And this is the following website, as you see up here, which is earnforex.com/position-size-calculator. And this is good for the risk management, making sure that you are getting your risk management or your position size, how much you're risking per pip, absolutely bang on the button. So let me show you and talk you through the calculator. So first thing you need to choose is the account currency that you've funded your trading account with. So for me personally, it's pounds. So I can click on the drop down box and select pounds because that's what I've funded my account with. The account size, just for hypothetical reasons, let's put 10,000. So it's £10,000 in my account. The next box is the risk ratio. How much in percentage terms do you want to risk on your trade? So for this trade, hypothetically speaking, I want to risk only 1%. So I'm going to click in 1 there. The stop loss is how many pips risk on the trade do you have from your entry price to your stop loss. So how many pips risk on the trade is there? So let's just keep it nice and easy. 100 pips risk. That's the difference in pips from my entry to my stop loss. Then you can choose the currency pair you want to trade. So I'm going to select a random. So let's select Euro Pound. Once I've done that, you can then click on calculate, and what it will do is it will work out your lot size. So it's saying that my risk on the trade is 100 GBP, so that's correct. I only want to risk 1% of my £10,000 account, which is £100. Units you don't need to worry about because that's volume. That's for a broker where you're dealing in volume. With MT4, when you're using MT4, they'll ask you for the number of lots you'd like to place on the trade. So in this example here, it's saying I can put 0.10 of a standard lot on that trade. So all you need to do is copy that and paste it into your trade ticket on MT4. So it's confirming to you and giving you the confidence that you've got your risk management absolutely spot on. So let me just highlight that again. Select the account currency that you've funded your trading account with. Then put the account size that you've funded your account with. Then choose your risk percentage ratio. So in that example, I only wanted to risk 1% of my £10,000. You need to then put your stop loss in, which is the difference between your entry and your stop loss in pips. Choose the currency pair you want to trade and click on calculate, and it will auto calculate how many lots or your position size for that particular trade. So a really, really useful free resource that you can use to work out your position size for every single trade. So that's earnforex.com/position-size calculator. And then the final resource, obviously I'm going to be a bit biased on this, is my own website and the trading blog element. Now, not just the blogs going forward, but also the historical blogs. Now, I've recorded and written a lot of blogs, primarily because I enjoy it. And because of the good feedback that I get from it, but just go back in time. So when you go back down to the bottom of this blog, you'll notice that there is a number of different pages. So you can go all the way back in time and go back through those blogs, because there's loads and loads of powerful information within those blogs. And it's not to blow my own trumpet, it's to help you guys. Now, I'm giving you all these free resources to help you to become a consistent trader. So go back through those blogs. Go back through the blogs where you can really get some powerful information to support your trading decisions, to build your confidence, to hone your technical skills, to hone your fundamental skills, and to combine it with these other free resources to provide a powerful team for trading. So I hope this video helps and you take those free resources and really use them to your advantage. I do to this day. I've used them for many years now, and I will continue to do so going forward, because I'm just looking to get the very highest probability with my trading and an edge where I have the highest probability possible of squeezing a profit from most of my trades. So I'm going to leave that with you. Again, feel free to contact me if you need any further information in regards to any of these, but hopefully those will help you going forward and make your trading more enjoyable and essentially more profitable. So I'm going to wrap up there, and I'll speak to you soon. All the very best.